Hey there, this is your coffee corner, and this is episode 53, finally. Okay, if you watched the last episode, I kept saying 53, 55 because I kind of lost the track of how many episodes I've done. And I thought I did 53. I did a 52, but apparently I didn't. So there was a mistake in the previous video. And finally, we're reaching to episode 53. Yeah. Okay. So I am not sure how this video is going to look like at the end because I really didn't plan anything. And I kind of figure out I've been really enjoying not planning things and just kind of go with it, wing it and see how that looks in the end. But anyway, I do have a theme for this video a little bit because I've been trying something new, kind of new, but not really new. And I found that very effective and that really has been working for me well, really well. So the topic is about the topic is so it is about scheduling or being organized or planner or whatever you want to call it. I bought two things. Okay, let me show you. I mean, I constantly buy things, but I feel like I finally bought something that I really like and useful and practical. So if you can see here and here, this is my kind of like a vision board. I don't know if you can see it. I really like it. It is a planner, but it doesn't have any date. So basically, it just says priorities Monday to Sunday, and there's a box saying don't forget, and then there's notes part. And as you can see, yeah, full of my crappy writing here. It's been very helpful, and I could say that, and I will tell you why I want to talk about this. And I also got a planner. I got a planner in March, which I already skipped a 2 month, and then of course your January and February are pretty empty. But look at my March schedule, so quite full. Not really as full as my digital planner, my calendar on my phone, but I am trying to be kind of organized, which brought me another thing to talk about. Okay, so let's put that there for now and to talk about being organized. The funny thing is, how you perceive yourself is never same as how you are perceived by other people. I never thought myself being organized, and I'm not. And if you ever have a chance to come visit me, and you will know, like, I probably have to spend 3 days before you come to get the whole house organized and cleaned. It's just like I'm not very organized. But at work, and when my colleagues come to my classroom and or talk to me or ask me for something, they're always like amazed at how organized I am. I'm like, are you talking about the same person? I think this is really interesting. It's like you always hate yourself, but then you also think you're that hateful person. But then when you talk to someone else, then they will be like, oh, you're the opposite you think about yourself. So, and that's me. Yeah, let me know if you're kind of same kind of person. I mean, I always hate myself. What's that? A self-loathe? I think that's a self-loathe. That's a word. I will double check. Okay. Anyway, so I am always trying to be organized, and I kind of find that because I'm so stressed and so busy, and especially this week, I had like a crazy schedule this week, and I tend to forget things. And I always like I have confidence in my memory for some reason, and maybe that's too much, or that like I overestimate my ability of remembering things. And then I just thought, oh, okay, you tell me that and you'll repeat in my mind and then I'll remember. And the funny thing is, and I think someone sent me a message on the social media there, and in my mind I had a whole plan for that answer, and that was it. Until today, she sent me another message that, oh, I watch all your videos about how to learn, how to write, or things like that. I shouldn't bother. I shouldn't ask you. I'm so sorry. I'm like, what are you talking about? And until I kind of went a few messages back and then realized, oh, she asked me something about writing, but I totally forgot to respond to the message just because I thought I did. I did respond to her, and I had a whole plan about that. And yeah, and I apologized. I was like, oh my God, my brain is definitely not working really well. So I got that done. And then I kind of feel like, I should have done this a lot earlier. Just write down everything that I can't actually see, and then I will make sure I do it. And I feel so much more confident or comfortable and even happier about what I've achieved, even though I had a crazy busy schedule this week, but I definitely felt a lot of fulfilled just because I was able to sort out everything and finish that and put a check mark on it. And yeah, so that's what I want to talk about. I've been trying, I mean, if you know, there's a huge thing about digital planner and digital journal, things like that. And if you go to YouTube or even any kind of social platforms, you will find a lot of videos about how to do this, how to design your own digital planners, you can even buy those kind of tablets on anywhere. I mean, I bought one on Taobao and I bought one from Etsy. They're not cheap. I mean, they're not very expensive, but they're not cheap. So I did those. I thought I really made a big plan for myself. So I'm going to really use it. I'm going to really plan my day. Because when you watch those videos, you just always feel so motivated and you want to be part of it. And you feel like, okay, I wake up at 7, which is impossible for me. And then I'll do this. And you write everything you are going to do for today. I thought I would be like that. And I thought, oh, my life is going to really change. And of course, nothing changed. And I really hated it. I'm not saying that it is not good. I'm sure it is very effective. A lot of people would just really use it. It just doesn't really work for me, this Lizzie guy, right? Girl, I don't know. So I was really trying so hard. I've tried those digital planners. I even did stickers and then I really make it beautiful and change the colors. And then my handwriting wasn't good. I even practiced my handwriting, everything. Then I kind of realized that I lost the point of having a planner because what is the point of having that? To organize your life. And if your whole focus is about being, making it look nice, you might as well just do something like art or design as your hobby, not as a tool to sort out things for your life, especially your work life. And then somehow, I don't know, something just hit me that day. Somehow I went to look for planners, things like that. And then I found those two things. They're on sale because you're supposed to buy them in the beginning of the year, right? So they're on sale. I got them. I didn't really think it would work until I really got this pad thing. I will show you. And it's just like blank page like that. So I am definitely not good at showing you things. Anyway, I like it's not planned. You know what I mean? It's just a blank page for you to fill in with information. I like that kind of flexibility that you are able to just do whatever you want. And the biggest advantage of having that is I can see it. It's always on my desk like this. Every time when I have something, right away, I'm going to jot it down on the paper so I know there's a thing. And every time when I sit at my desk and I can see it and I can put a check mark, and if it's still like a blank there, I know I haven't done that yet. And then I will plan my day on my calendar, which is here because I have to think really, really thoroughly about something that I have to do this month. And I put it there. That is a reminder number 1. And then I will put the most important thing on my phone. That is reminder number 2, because that will send you an auto reminder, say, hey, tomorrow you have something up. And then I will put my reminder number 3, which is this. And I put everything there so I can see it every day. I'm that kind of person that if I don't see it, then I don't do it. And if I don't see it, and then that doesn't exist. So that's how that works for me. So I'm so happy I got that. And then that brought me to another kind of thing or question or topic, I don't know, is I need to see it so I can learn it. It doesn't matter what kind of things. I'm more like a, what's that called? A visual learner. With language, with other things. Like if you tell me about it, I can try my best to remember. But if you just write it down, and then I can see how you spell it or how you actually portray it in words, then I learn better, I remember better. But that's how I figure out this whole system to work on that. The funny thing is, before this thing, I always thought, it's either this way or that way. It's always like a black and white. I feel like if you are using digital planner, you should stick to the digital planner all the time. I like it. I really like it because it's convenient. You have your iPad, which is right here on my iPad, right? You have that, so you write down everything. The problem is you have to take it out and then find it and then write it down and then put it away, right? So you're not always seeing it. That is the biggest problem for me. With those kind of things, I can just see it right away, and then I do it. It's the extra steps. You keep hearing my emails here. It's those extra steps that stop me from doing things or from accomplishing things. And that is very interesting that one comment mentioned that book, and I've done that book recently. I love audiobooks, to be quite honest. I know I'm kind of off the topic a little bit. I love audiobooks. I was able to finish 2 books in 2 weeks just because that's how much I walk Bob. And that time, actually, I didn't waste it, and I spent on audiobooks. I finished the book Atomic Habit, and then they are talking about compounding. That is something I learned from Atomic Habit, The Subtle Art of Not Give Up. And then another one is Talking to Strangers. It's called compounding. So you do everything a little bit every day, then eventually you will see the results. And that's what I learned. I forgot what I wanted to say. I was all excited about talking about this thing, and I forgot what I wanted. Oh, okay, habit. Yes, yeah, sorry. So I found that, so in that book, Atomic Habit, which has nothing to do with the compounding, is you have to find your own system that will make your life easy. The truth is, the reality is that a lot of good habits or a lot of things that you're supposed to do are painful to do, right? So that kind of pain stop you from doing it, stop you from achieving it. And then you have to make it work for you because you do want to have the good habits. Then you have to figure out a way to make it doing that thing a lot easier for you, so you will want to keep doing it. And bad habits, the opposite. You're supposed to make it more difficult to do bad habits. And then you will be like, oh yeah, I don't want to do it. So I don't know how that would work, but I definitely feel how having a good habits or how develop a good habits is important, and how you can actually develop it in a sustainable way. So make it easier for you to do. And that's how I figure out this planner. I've been trying to find something to do it. And I really thought the digital planner was a thing, especially when I first got my brand new iPad. And then I was so obsessed with it. And I felt like I was looking for a lot of tutorials about how to, optimize your iPad and using all kinds of things in digital way. And then realized that my focus is not doing the thing. My focus is doing it digitally. So that totally, that whole thing has off my topic. And then of course I'm not going to stick to that because it's too much work. And that is why when I do videos here, I am trying to make the whole process so as easy as possible. I cannot say easier, as easy as possible. So I want to do it. I don't feel like it's a burden, then I would want to do more. So, and that is why I don't have subtitles. I'm sorry. And sometimes they have the AI subtitles that I have no idea until someone actually comments, hey, you have subtitles. I'm like, why? Why am I the last one who actually knew this is what's going on? Anyway, and that's how I figure out if I make this whole habit easier for myself, then I will more likely to stick to it. And that's how I actually really found that so useful, so practical for me. And I don't have my priorities first because, it's just start of the week, but I do have a lot of things going on. I mean, this week I have my regular job at the school and then at university, but then they have a new courses called Chinese business, and they need someone who speaks Chinese and English to help them with their essays, Chinese essays. So I'm there, and then they asked me if I could do some extra hours, and then I didn't really want to, but then my friend said, "Oh, you should take it. I don't feel like I'm capable, but you should definitely take it." And I was like, "Okay, so I'll do you a favor." So I took that, which kind of like threw me off a little bit. The whole week I've been so exhausted, and then I have my cousin. I really like her. I mean, she's so lovely. So I was helping her with TOEFL, and I enjoyed that. I think the difficult part for me to teach or to help someone with the language learning is it's very hard for me to explain things in Chinese because I've done that whole process in English more than in Chinese. And then I kind of got like very disorganized. And a lot of things I was seeing there was like, okay, I feel like I was translating English into Chinese or sort of things. But I don't want people to feel like I'm trying to show off, like, oh, you just have everything figured out in English. And no, it's just very hard. I'm not talented. I can't. I found a word. It's called bilingual. It's BYE instead of BI. Bilingual means you're learning two languages or you're using two languages, but then because you're dealing with the two languages, that is so much that you started to lose both the languages. So that's like a bilingual. It was really funny. I saw that. Anyway, so I had that, and then my Monday is okay. I worked from 9 to 8:30. Tuesday was fine, but because I was helping her, so that was also a 9 to 9. And then Wednesday is the busiest. It was the busiest day for me. It was from 9 to 3, 3:30 to 5:30, 6:30 to 8:30. So I was really dying after finished all my work. And the Thursday yesterday, I had to cancel a session just because I could not make it. And then today we had a fun day with my students. So we had a movie day. And the funny thing is I picked two movies that same actress, my favorite actress. And then they were all talking about jobs. And then that brought me to another topic. I'm so sorry. I'm kind of like back and forth talking about a lot of things. So I have this question because those two movies, The Intern and then very classic movie, The Devil Wears Prada. I just love it. It's when women are in power, they are pursuing their careers. Why do people say something like they're the dragon lady? It's always like it's when you're too strong as a woman, then it's a negative. But if you're a guy in that position, you're really achieving a lot and you're trying so hard to achieve a lot, then this guy is outstanding and capable. But when a woman does that, then it's like you're too aggressive, which is really funny, that point. And another point is when you have, especially when a woman has a family, that you have a husband, you have a kid, and then both you and your partner work, and then why, almost all the time, why is the woman who has to give up her career? It doesn't matter if she is moving up or not. And then she's the one who is more thoughtful to say, I'm going to do things for the family because it's good for the family. But if it's a guy in that position, and then that totally switched because people will think that why your wife or why the mom is not staying at home taking care of everything. So I just found that very interesting. I mean, those two movies are not recent. I've seen them so many times just because I like that. I like them a lot. But not till today I was really thinking about. I mean, when I saw those movies, I was quite young and I didn't really think too much, but now I'm just thinking that when a woman is pursuing their career, why is it is such a negative thing, and why we're considered aggressive. And when it comes to the situation that one of us have to kind of compromise for the other one, why does that always have to be the woman? Is that because women are more thoughtful, that more tolerant, that if my husband, my boyfriend, or my partner has a career and then he or she really wants to do it, then I would just say, yeah, you do it. You go ahead. You go after your dream. But if it's a woman and the guys seem to be a little bit more impatient, I could be wrong. I'm just saying from my perspective, but correct me if I'm wrong. But I just thought that was very interesting when we saw the movies. And most of my students are female and were from different cultures, and some of the religions are very, very condescending when it comes to female. So we were really talking about that, and I thought that was fun. Anyway, so that is from a traditional paper pen planner to digital planner to movie topic to women topic. Anyway, so I'm all over the place, but I excuse me, that's a Bob snoring. Bobby, are you okay? Okay, so that's just me thinking about those kind of things. But let me know what you think about that kind of topic. I mean, women and men, things like that. I mean, it's gonna be like a forever debate. But who is more capable of taking care of family? Right? I guess it's not gender related. It's not biologically that it has to be a woman who takes care of family. I mean, guys also can learn, and a lot of things that it doesn't have to be a guy, because women also can learn. And there are definitely a lot of differences between women and men, but there are a lot of activities, positions, and life events that have nothing to do with your biological identities, right? So that's just my point. Anyway, I like this. Back to that, I like this. I think a lot of things is not black and white. You don't have to choose one over the other. It can be both. Right now, I figure out that what it works better for me is I will have paper version of my planner, because it is so much easier for me to plan things. Once you have something going on, immediately you want to jot it down, and then that's it, right? And you will look at that all the time and come back and finish it. But also, I use my digital planner as well, but not the one I bought on those on Taobao or Etsy. It's my calendar. So I want something that could automatically remind me, hey, there's something going on tomorrow, next week, or things like that, so I don't forget things. But other than that, I think it is always nice to figure out a way or figure out a system for yourself that you can work with, and then go from there, right? So now I feel like my mind and myself are more flexible about a lot of things, that you don't have to pick only one. Just think about what works for you, and then go from there, right? So you don't have to be like, it has to be like this. And also, one thing I learned, and we chatted about this in the group. So we're talking about room for errors, that when you plan things, you have to leave certain margin for the potential errors or make mistakes or uncertainties in the future, so you don't always feel like you have a super tight schedule. And just in case if everything just doesn't go as planned, and then you just freak out, right? So just my point of view. I could be wrong, but anyway, nice chatting with you guys, and that's it. By the end of the video, your Mr. Bob decided to say hi to everybody. Anyway, so I hope you like this video. Please give us thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye. Oh, by the way, next week is my March break, so I will be able to make more videos. I hope so. Okay, bye.